Brooke Tessmacher. I'm sure, as you guys have probably noticed, she hasn't had anything to do with TNA wrestling since they've been on this UK tour. And the way things are looking right now, it's very possible that Brooke may be getting ready to make her exit from TNA wrestling. Now, for you guys that may have missed it, Brooke no longer has a Twitter account. Believe it or not, she no longer has a Twitter account. Now, before she deleted her Twitter account, she did change it from basically, like, you know how when you read a Twitter profile page and all that? Well, hers kind of says something about catch me on Impact Wrestling every Thursday night, blah, 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 blah. Well, before she deleted her Twitter profile, she actually removed all that Impact Wrestling stuff. And I think it just basically said model, actress, or whatever like that. Now, when you see her on Instagram, she still has her Instagram account. That still says that she's affiliated with Impact Wrestling. But taking into consideration what had happened with her Twitter account, and then also from many fans that's been able to interact with her, her tone, her demeanor kind of comes off as if she's kind of a little bit ticked off with TNA wrestling. And I really couldn't blame her, because she's smoking hot, yet she's not being utilized on Impact Wrestling. Now, before you guys come at me and you say, Lee, it doesn't matter if you're smoking hot and all that, you know, it's all about the skills. Well, let's be for real. At one point, Brooke Tessmacher, she was getting up there with her skills, but it just kind of seems like TNA wrestling, when it comes to the Knockouts division, I don't know who's in charge of it or whatever, but it just kind of seems like they're going through like these seasonal changes. It's like, one season, I want the flavor of Gail Kim. And then the next minute, it's kind of like, okay, well, Gail Kim now tastes a little stale. Let's go with Velvet Sky. You know, and it just kind of seems like they're just doing that. Especially like when they lose a knockout and then they're able to bring them back. They make them like the hottest thing, like Hulkamania or whatever, you know? I mean, good example. Look at, and I say this with no disrespect, you know, no malice or anything like that, but look at Madison Rayne. I think we all can be in agreement. Madison Rayne should not have touched the women's Knockouts title, whatever they're calling that damn thing. She should have never touched the Knockouts title upon returning. I mean, she just came back from paternity leave and all that. It's okay for her to come back, but she should have never been crowned the Knockouts champion. I think it would have been better if they would have done a long program between her and Gail Kim, really try to help her shake off any rust, you know what I'm saying? And you go a little bit before that, they basically did the same thing with Velvet Sky. It always just seems like they're in this flavor of the month type of deal, or flavor of the season type of knockout deal, and I just wish that it would stop, because it's really irritating, you know? But Brooke Tessmacher, before TNA kind of said, okay, we're done with you for now, she was at that point where her wrestling, it was actually on point. I actually enjoyed watching her do her thing in the ring. And, of course, if you're keeping track at home, one of the last times that we saw her, it was basically after Aces and Nates had broke up. I believe Bully Ray, he no longer wanted to have anything to do with her. There was that one episode of Impact where she was like, I'm going to reveal all your secrets to the entire world. And he basically threatened her and all that. And it was basically setting up Brooke to go the face route. And like, we haven't really seen her since then. I believe there was like a #1 contenders match to face the Knockouts champion. Brooke was a part of that. And I think they were setting up Lady Tap, because I remember she did a couple of run-ins or whatever. But it was like after that, we didn't see Brooke anymore. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this is a bad sign? You think that Brooke Tessmacher might be getting ready to part ways with TNA wrestling? And if so, what would you like to see her do next? Me personally, she's 29 years old. She's smoking hot. I personally would not mind seeing her make the transition to just go back into modeling. If she wants to stay in wrestling, I think every promotion that's out there would be very happy to have her at the top of the list. I'm quite sure she would be a great acquisition to the Shine Wrestling Women's Promotion, Shimmer Wrestling, maybe WWE. Would WWE even be interested in her? That's a very, very, just looking at the landscape of what's going on with that women's division right now, I dare say I think she would fit in very nicely in the women's division. I mean, can you just think about some of the great matches that she could have over there? She could be taking on Asuka. God, her and Alicia Fox, I think they would have some really classic encounters. I'm not going to put her right there on that level with Paige, because I think Paige is like way, way above Tessmacher. But those couple of names that I had mentioned, that would be pretty good for Brooke. Or if maybe she took on one of the Bella twins. I mean, there's some good combinations that she could do over there. Hell, I think she would be a good fit for, what's that NXT Diva stable that they got going on over there? BFF with Ric Flair's daughter and all that. I think Brooke would be a nice little addition to that as well. But 29 years old, smoking hot, still got plenty of years left to offer to the wrestling business. Honestly, if she wants to continue to stay in business, you know, if she wants to continue to stay in the wrestling business, I think she has some really great longevity. No doubt about that. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you think Brooke might be wrapping things up with TNA and possibly move elsewhere, let me know what you would like to see happen with her, and her career. I know one thing. If she ever decides she wants to do some photo shoots for Playboy or whatever, magnifico. I saw this video spread that she did where she was like laying in the sand and she was naked. Oh my God. For you guys that's under the age of 18, you don't know what I'm talking about. Just keep that on the hush. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing her do some more of that stuff. That'd be awesome.